I am sure that we want to start off our game here today on this wonderful sunny Friday in Germany. The weather is wonderful at the moment, with spring around the corner. Alright, Happy versus Soin, the rematch in Show Cup. Soin has been really successful lately against Happy, which is something that almost nobody else can claim. So Soin is one of the big hopes for finally being able to bring Happy to his knees. And this is a best of 6, where every map is gonna be played. We're starting off on Autumn Leaves, first map on Netties. So this is old Autumn Leaves that we're playing here. It's gonna be a Farseer once again. And Happy playing the ghoul build. This is the new build that 1.0 has pioneered, and a lot of undeads have been following suit. Depending on the map, especially if you can creep level 3 quick with the ghoul build, this can be really strong. Happy was a bit resistant to trying this build first, but I think on some maps it's really good, especially Autumn Leaves. I think it's the best on Autumn Leaves. I think orcs actually have to veto Autumn Leaves because of how good this build is on this map. Because you can creep this green camp really easy, follow up with the merchant, go over here, get level 3, and with ghouls, that is so fast. It's even a lot faster than the Farseer's creeping. And normally the Farseer does some of the fastest creeping in the game. Next step is Happy going Crypt Lord first against Human. I don't think so. I think Happy is kind of the opposite of me. I think he hates the Crypt Lord with a passion. I love the Crypt Lord, but I don't believe Happy does. Alright, here we go. Creeping with 2 ghouls only, so this should also be a fast tech. You can take 2 ghouls, 3 ghouls, or 4 ghouls to creep these camps, and of course the more ghouls you take, the slower your tech is gonna be. But now the ghouls are coming. And tech will start momentarily. Of course, with this build, your tech is certainly slower than with the Tet Fiend build. That is the big disadvantage, I guess, getting the Lich later. And also, ghouls can, of course, be very squishy. So normally, you want to use the ghouls early, creep level 3 as quickly as you can, and then, sort of, send them all back to the base, keep them safe, and wait for tier 3 and Frenzy, and then look for a fight. Or, you can try to go for some base run-bys and kill burrows. But that is rather rare, but can be a possibility, especially depending on the map, depending on the creep route. And there we go. You see how quick this was? Green, shop, boom, level 2, gets 2 items. It's the 2 bad items, but it's still 2 items. And the Farseer, you can see, quite a bit slower, because the DK goes over here to the gold mine, and boom, that will be level 3. Just like I told you guys. Well, the Farseer is going for the big item in the middle. On old Autumn Leaves, it's very easy to snipe these items because the Frost Wolves are pretty easy to snipe. The DK got really bad items, actually. Cloak, ring, gloves. Oh, Happy! Almost had the opportunity there to steal an asset. He gets the High Priest, but the Wolf is still there. The Farseer is almost dead! Gets the level 3, gets the Ankh. Almost was forced to use the Ankh. The TP is gone. And that's of course the big strength with getting level 3 DK early. You can steal last hits easily, and also you can hunt down headhunters. And another big benefit of going for a ghoul build is you don't have to use coils too much to creep. With a Tet Fiend build, you only have skellies and a DK for a long time, so you have to use coils to speed up your creeping. With ghouls, you don't. You creep fast enough, so you can reach level 3 with full HP and full mana. Which I think is why this build is better, actually. I think this is better than the Tet Fiend build, if the map works out for it. On some maps, you can creep only very poorly with ghouls, like Last Refuge, for example. There it's bad. I'm not sure on which maps it's good, and on which it's not. I think on Shallow Grave, it's pretty good. Tidehunters, it's pretty good. On Tidehunters, you can do very good creeping against the turtles and stuff, but it's not that easy to get a clean level 3. With this ghoul build, you ideally want to have a very easy level 3 creep route, which again is the best on Autumn Leaves. Double Bestiary. Oh, okay. Soin adjusting to the new meta build, the ghoul build, doesn't go tier 3 quickly anymore. Dealing with Windriders can be tough with the ghoul build. So maybe that's the plan here. I'm always a bit worried when I consider Windriders because they're very hit or miss. If you misstep with the Windriders a bit, if they get caught out, Coil Nova Web, 2 Wyvern die, that can oftentimes be the game already. And now Happy is sharking around. Would love to find some Headhunters. Take him out. It's a Lich second, by the way. With this build, you go Lich second, not Dark Ranger second. Because with the Dark Ranger, you want to be out on the map on tier 2, creep heavily, get skellies, maybe pressure, but more so level. The ghouls right now are weak. They're good early, they're good late, but now they're weak. So you don't want to be out, you don't want to be creeping, so you keep the ghouls in the main and you harass with the 2 heroes, and there the Lich and the DK are better.
Players' forces are under attack.
Thank you, by the way, Babidi with the 59-month resub. Oh, the first here. In trouble here. Oh, that's going to be painful. One Headhunter goes down. A second one will certainly follow. Oh, and an ensnare as well. That is unlucko, as the kids say. Oh, can you say that? No. They're just getting chased around by the ghouls. By the wolves, I mean. The woofies. Farseer has healed up. Slumka Chi with a 49 months. Thank you. And then we get the first statue out. The big benefit also of playing this ghoul build, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of the ghoul build, is you can go for destroyers much more freely than with a fiend build. Oh, he catches the statue. That's big. That's really big. Happy perhaps making a mistake bringing the statue into the middle. But yeah, you can go for destroyers much more easily because when you go for the fiend build, the destroyers are extremely easy to target. They are kind of always in front. You ensnare them, you kill them. Easy game. But when you play against ghouls, you have to focus the ghouls. You can't ignore the ghouls. They're gonna eat you alive. So, since the ghouls will be getting focused, the destroyers tend to be safer. Alright, Happy also had to use the TP. There we go, tier 3 upgrades coming. Frenzy, Destroyer Form, Orb, and now Happy will be ready. Great early game so far for Happy. He got a lot of kills early on. He forced the TP and he prevented the TC from creeping for a long time. The TC is now level 2, but only level 2. Rune Bracers, very good item, of course. Happy also wants to go for a Dark Ranger 3rd, but he's way too broke at the moment. Upgrading web now. But this is kind of a late web, and I think Happy's getting caught off guard by these Wyvern. Didn't expect the Wyvern play, I believe. And the Wyvern are doing a good job. A lot of ghouls getting taken out. Only 2 ghouls are left. And oh, Happy is kind of giving away the advantage that he got from the early game. This Wyvern play absolutely working out here. But Happy still able to hold his ground in the fight. Web is finishing now. And the Dark Ranger can be added in just a few seconds. So there was a decent exchange for Soin. I think he only lost 1 Raider there, right?
Players' forces are under
5
attack.
ghouls for 1 Raider. Very good trade for Soin. But he's stuck on tier 2. That's the big problem. And honestly, even if you have some good fights, how are you going to win this game without tier 3? Unless you kill like 2 heroes. Excuse me. Yeah, Soin certainly has a noticeable supply lead. That's true. But that's tier 2, boys. If these undead heroes get like 4, 3, 3, it doesn't matter how much supply Soin has. You know, up to a point. Alright, this is one way to do it. Get up to the expansion. On 2 bases. This can work. Happy was very close to the expo. Didn't scout it though. Perhaps a little scouting mistake by the Russian here. Scroll the Beast. Very bad item. Happy now has 2 destroyers. Speed scroll being popped. Trying to get the proper engagement. Scroll the Beast as well. Happy. Was he waiting for the dispel? Oh my god, look at that dispel. Full mana for the destroyer. Whew. That was a juicy devour. Next Nova comes in, 3 destroyers in the air, and these destroyers are hard to deal with. Aether's getting taken out. Wyvern also have piercing damage, but look how fast they die. It's a bloody exchange here in the middle of the map. But again, Happy comes out on top. And there he gets the level 4. And Soin is in trouble. If this expansion gets cancelled, Soin loses 100%. This is his only hope and prayer. But now Soin is so far behind.
A player's force
This Expo might not even win him the game. If this Expo finishes, he has a chance. Not even sure that he's ahead though. Alright, big item. What's the best thing Soin can get here?
A player's force
Probably Legion Doomhorn, right? Command Aura. Maybe. Oh, look at the timing. The timing could have been sick. Bad Riders. Oh, man. I feel like when you play bats against undead, you're desperate. Lots of destroyers being morphed by Happy this game. But we do have the cement upgrade, thank goodness. Otherwise, these burrows would be in big trouble.
player's forces are under attack.
Medallion of Courage is a very good item. But is it enough? No TP on Soin. He's gonna suffer some more damage here in the main. The bat's getting wet easily. Lich almost level 3, but no mana. Not having a statue here, I think, is a bit of a mistake by Happy, having morphed all these Destros. But he's still certainly far ahead. Lich and Dark Ranger are about to reach level 3. This is going to be a sick power spike. Okay, we got the Lich on 3. Alright, Bats coming in with Speed Scroll. Get 1 kill, but not the second. Good position for Soin. Lands the Stomp, takes out 1 Fiend as well. Heroes of the Undead. How is he going to ever take out the heroes? This is oftentimes the problem. If you don't have tier 3, you don't have the damage to deal with the heroes. Yeah, you can take out some fiends and statues. But the Undead Tri-Hero will prevail. And there we go. 4-3-3. As I mentioned earlier, this is the breaking point. The Undead's too strong. Expansion is running now.
The town is under siege.
But Soin is too far behind. I think Orcs are making a mistake, by the way, against this ghoul build. I think you have to play more aggressively. I think you have to harass either on level 1 or 2. You can't just allow the DK to get level 3 for free with full mana. Alright, Soin is still trying, but this game is over, to be honest. CORSAIR at this stage of the game also doesn't offer much. The TC, of course, is a great late game hero, but he doesn't have the necessary cast by his side to be potent enough to represent threat. Big mana potion hasn't even been used this whole game. Happy still has that ace up his sleeve if he finds the need to pull out the cheat code. Bringing in the ghouls now. Happy is trying to finally put an end to this.
Player's forces are under attack.
Good DK positioning, by the way. I mean, you know, last 5 minutes he's been so far ahead, Happy hasn't really had to micro well. I think that's not a benefit of this build, by the way. It's easier to micro, quite a bit easier, than the normal Fiend build. With the normal Fiend build, you have to have very fast reactions and excellent kiting. With ghouls, you can be a lot more careless, oftentimes. You just have to make sure you don't get stomped to oblivion. And also it's the orc then who has to be careful with kiting and stuff. So the difficulty of execution kind of flips around. With the fiend build, it's much harder for the undead to micro perfectly. With the ghoul build, it's hard to say. Don't know if it's harder for the orc. Well, it's certainly harder for the orc, but I'm not sure if it's harder for the orc than the undead. I hope you guys understand what I mean. I'm really rambling today, dude. I don't know. Something's weird today. Alright, happy. Got the expo up, took out the expo. Soin is doing like a fly impression. He's trying to stay in this game as long as he can. Maybe he's thinking about the next map already. Because he must be sure this is over. You know, there's always the option also to hope for a big mistake from the opponent to get back into the game. Oh, that was nicely done on both sides. Did you see that? Used the stomp, stunned all the fiends, then the bats flew in, trying to connect, but Happy saw it coming, pulled back the destroyers, while the fiends were stunned. That was kind of cool. There it is, GG! And the 1-0 lead for Happy. And importantly for the Russian, he gets it on Eddie's servers. And now we're gonna go to War 3 Champions, where things won't be getting easier for Soin. Oh, damn. Alright, we're on EO East 4 now. Happy has a ping of 3. And Soin has 180. This is gonna be rough for the Korean. But he's gonna try to make the best of it. What about Bitburger? Bitburger is, of course, amazing. They sponsor the ESL Meisterschaft as well, and are just marvelous. Alright, here we go. Third time's the charm, ladies and gents. This time, it should work. Definitely not the best ping here for Soin. So it's gonna be 180 ping for the Russian, for the Korean, I mean. Happy's playing on his home server. He's got that thing basically in the basement. He's got a ping of 3 over here. And it's gonna have, or it's gonna be able to pull off all those fancy micro tricks that we've seen so many times from him before. Thank you very much, Sean Wright. 2 gifted subs to Invigorate W3 and Mr. XY Unknown. Thank you, thank you. When I lived in Germany, I just got wasted on Rewe 5.0. Dude, the 5.0 beer is pretty decent. It's like not amazing, you know? But it's pretty good. I'd say it's a little bit worse than Beck's beer. Beck's beer, it's also German beer from Bremen, is always my standard for a decent, good, you know, quality German beer. It's not the best, but it's also absolutely not bad. I know a lot of northern Germans especially hate me saying this, because they really, really hate Beck's for some reason. But I think it's a really alright beer. I think like Beck's should be the beer that is accepted everywhere around the world. Every hotel should have Beck's, because it's pretty good, you know? It's very famous. But instead they have Heineken normally. Heineken's alright. It's not the best though.
Players' forces are under attack.
Alright, here we go. It's a ghoul build, as we saw earlier. Happy gonna go for a fast level 2 here at the Tuskars. With 3 ghouls, you can creep this pretty easily. Gets a big invul potion, which is not the best. Big mana, of course, here is what you want the most. Big healing also. Very good. Alright, there we go. Level 2 Farseer Harass. This is what I want to see. As I mentioned earlier, I think just creeping up passively is not the right call against this ghoul build. Of course, the problem for Orc also with the Farseer Headhunter build is you normally don't scout. You don't have a scout peon, so you don't normally know right away whether the opponent is playing the ghoul build or not. Ooh, the Farseer gets surrounded right away. Happy locks that surround in quick. Yeah, the DK over there, a few ghouls over here. Boom, quick surround. Happy off to a hot start.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, this harass didn't exactly work out too well, so now Soin is sort of forced to creep on his side of the map. Once you have 4 or 5 headhunters, you can fire your way out of the surround, but that takes a while. Here comes number 4. Soon we'll see number 5. Happy's creeping up quick. He's not going for this camp. This lab is actually pretty hard to creep. With like 6 ghouls, you could do it easily. But he's only creeping with 4, which is a bit harder. Oh! That's an enter graveyard. Not the best position, but whatever. Thank you, Muftai, with a 26-month resub. Says, when do we get the next duo cast? Missing the Neo and Remo energy. On Monday, right? Yeah, on Monday. ESL Meisterschaft on Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow, by the way, the Experion event is also going to be happening. The tournament that's run by Ente in Cologne. The DK is so close to finding the opponent, and he does. Happy's creeping up the green. Oh, that's really cool. Didn't consider this. So the ghouls can creep the rest of the green camp. The DK can already go scouting and look to harass these headhunters. And get level 3 in the meantime, and then hunt them down.
Are under attack.
Damn. This new ghoul build is looking really good. And again, allowing the DK to get level 3 is so painful. There should be one more headhunter going down here, I think. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. It's gonna be 3 headhunters dying. Farseer is trying to find some return kills against the ghouls. Hasn't found any yet. Soin is incredibly far behind. There's 1 headhunter left. Oh my god, dude. There's 1 headhunter left only! Yikes. Alright, if he doesn't get the headhunter, he takes out the peon. There's also mining time lost. Oof. That's a rough game.
A town is under siege.
You can't get surrounded like that, bro. Can't get surrounded like that. Now he's switching to grunts. That looks so desperate. And the illusion sees what the TC's up to, so you can't even creep this camp because a creep track might be coming. At least the Farseer was able to steal the natural away here, which is something. But of course the Farseer, even if he's level 5, won't be that strong in the late game. He's not a late game hero. With how amazing of an early game Happy had, he can even contest the middle. Normally the downside of the ghouls is you have to keep them in the base in the mid game because they die so easily. But with a huge lead here, Happy even snipes the item. Gets the lion horn, which is always good, and might get the next one as well. Well, pretty much a perfect game so far by Happy. I like this. So it has to go for something desperate. This is incredibly greedy, of course. This can get scouted and cancelled and cost you the game easily. But he has to take a risk. He has to take some kind of risk. With how... Oh, and a Zeppelin. Oh, wow. We are in desperate town. There's guards coming already. So Happy... Mainly he wants to be ready against the Wyvern. He's not really expecting the Zeppelin, I don't think. The Wyvern did catch him a bit off guard on map 1. in the first tier 3 fight.
A
That
player's
won't be the
forces are
case
under
this
attack.
time. One Farseer and one Raider. This isn't even dangerous. Like, one Destroyer can deal with this harass. Pendant of Energy. Very good item there for Happy. Alright, but this is actually doing something. 2 Acolytes taken out. Oh, wait. Oh, he doesn't have a TP! Oh, crash and burn.
Forces are under attack.
Zeppelin falls. Farseer is dead. Big yikes. Perfect game for Soin. Yeah. You know, sometimes you have these games. Sometimes things just don't work out for you. I'm sure you know that feeling all too well, Kevin, don't you? This DK has so much experience. It's kind of crazy. Level 4.4 already. 4.3, I guess.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, here comes the Dark Ranger. I think it's time to put an end to map
Town
number
is under
2.
siege.
Happy with the perfect timing. As the Great Hall just finishes, can't be castled anymore. 40 gold have been extracted. That is not a hashtag worth.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is a sad army. 1 Headhunter, 1 Grunt, 1 Bat, 1 Kodo, and 2 Wyvern.
The town is under siege.
Is the TC level 3? Alright, the TC is level 3 with the big mana push. Alright, Soin. If he gets the big money stomps, then maybe. Alright, Bats connect, but there's still 2 Gargs left. They take out the Wyvern easily. Cyclone the TC twice. He can use the silence after if he wants. Oh my god. Perfect execution by Happy. Maybe the Gargs didn't work out too well though, but I guess they did their job, which was mostly dealing with the Wyvern. And the TC can get off more stomps. Oh, big one, stop! Oh, the silence right before the stomp here again. And the TC now in trouble with the Coronova, might be dying, but the Lich is out of mana. There's another stomp. TC still has lots of mana left over, but not much army left over. Only a single Kodo Beast. Silence the TC again. I feel like we've seen more silences than stomps here. Ooh. Ghoul. Oh my god, does he get the kill? Oh! The hero Ghoul takes out the TC. Fight me, bro, says the Ghoul. Takes off his head and he wins the duel. And that is GG. And 2-0 for Happy. Rough game for Soin. You know, every once in a while you have those games where just nothing is working out. Of course, also great execution by Happy there. Snap reaction, super fast with the surround. And once the surround is locked in, the DK gets 3. And then you lose the Headhunters. That's basically it. This is how Undead's learn to turn around this matchup with this Ghoul build. The Ghoul build changes everything. You can be the aggressor, you can punish mistakes, you can take the lead early. With the DK Ted Fiend build, it's very much the opposite. You're going to be passive, you're going to have to make sure you don't lose too much, you're going to have to react and always be the one properly responding. With the Ghoul build, it can be the other way around. Yeah, that was a baller ghoul right there. 1v1ing the TC. That's the ghoul I want to have in my corner. When I play ghouls, they mostly get stomped, chain lightning, then all die instantly. I don't know. I think I need a bit more practice. Happy has practiced this build quite a bit recently. 1-0, the one to innovate. Bring this build into the scene. Happy has now adopted it on some maps. For map number 3, we're going to see a new one, which is going to be Concealed Hill. That can also be very good for a ghoul build, honestly. Orange, green, natural is perfectly level 3. And that is very easily creepable with a handful of ghouls. Today's the ghoul build seminar by Remo. Yeah, kind of. I've been really interested in this. I always find it really cool when suddenly a build emerges from somewhere and it turns out to be really strong. And now it's going to be up to the orcs to find the counter to this. I would love to see Lin play in this show cup. Wouldn't that be amazing? Best of 6, Happy versus Lin. Because that's really the cutting edge of this matchup. And if they're the cutting edge, then so far today, Soin's blade seems a bit dull. Speaking of blade, could Blade Master maybe work against this? I think it could, if you play it well. But all the orcs still refuse to play Blade Master. It's still all about the Farseer, apparently. Our third map is Concealed Hill. We got Soin in the bottom left in the red. Happy top right in the blue. Again with the ghoul build. That's kind of what happened on Ladder 2 days ago. They had 7 or 8 games in a row. I know. I saw them. I checked out Happy's VOD when he played all those games against Lin. And it was really, really entertaining. And pretty educational as well. I don't think tier 2 is the way. The games that Lin won, he won with tier 3. I think you have to survive the ghoul onslaught and then go toe-to-toe with the undead on tier 3 in the late game. I think this tier 2 style is just doomed to fail. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Soin can make it work. We'll see. I think what I would like to see for Soin is creep this camp first, go over here, and then harass the DK right away when you get level 2 or when you're on the way to getting level 2. If Happy gets orange, green, natural, this is again going to be such a big lead for him. We got a Scout Acolyte this time. I think we didn't see that before. Happy wants to figure out what the build is. Perhaps it is a blade, but it's not a blade. And he also wants to know about a creep route.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Happy could be sneaky if he wants. This Acolyte Scout is really cool. He's going to see the Farseer's movement. So if the Farseer moves north, over here, then he's going to be in range to harass all the creeping over here. So if Happy wants, he could move south and just evade the Farseer and go creeping there. So this Scout Acolyte is actually very smart. Let's see how he does this. Alright, the Farseer. This is very important. Where does the Farseer go? Happy's going to use this information. Soin pretended to go north. He turned around. But Happy's just going to go for the lab. That's, of course, also something you can do with only ghouls on this map.
Player's forces are under attack.
I think Orc have to play a Peon Scout against Undead. I think they have to start playing Peon Scout. Like, You can creep too greedily with ghouls, and if you don't have a peon scout, there's no way for you to know when to punch. Or a wolf scout. Maybe a wolf scout will also be good enough. But look at that. Happy gets the lab, gets the big mana potion. And he's almost level 3. It's outrageous.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wait, can he creep the green for level 3? Oh my god, what a sick creep route. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Look at that. Oh, he almost sees him. Now he does. Oh my god, the ghouls are creeping the green. That's gonna give him level 3. And he's already in position to harass the headhunters. That's so crazy. Look at that. And... okay, he needs one more. Full man on the deacon. He's got the heal potion. He can commit in here super hard. I'm not sure if Soin... yeah, now he saw the heal potion. Maybe for a second he didn't. Oh my god, this game is looking horrible again. Thank you, James Lewan, with the 13 months. Says, hope you're all doing well. Thanks for all the Warcraft 3 coverage. Thank you, my man. That is the second kill. The DK has... wait. Surrounded? No. One more coil. Yeah, he's also gonna get this headhunter, isn't he? Just needs one swipe from the Skelly. And... got him! Whew.
A player's forces are under attack.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that orcs still allow this level 3 creeping. I mean, it's pretty obvious nowadays. You can't allow the DK to get level 3. Obviously, that is easier said than done, but, I mean, it's not impossible to harass this early.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here comes the double bestiary of no transition. I was trying to give it a name. That didn't quite work out. Oh, the Farseer isn't even level 3. Oh, second Necropolis. Interesting. I guess the lumber was just a bit low for Happy because of the ghoul creeping.
A player's forces are under attack.
Finally, level 3 on the Farseer. Do we have Gargs again? No. Fiends this time. So the Wyvern could work out, maybe. So far behind. TC comes out. Can't even creep. He's only got one unit, dude. He's got one unit right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
I feel bad for Soin. He's taking a beating so far. Of course, credit where it's due. Happy is also doing this very, very well. He has incorporated this new style amazingly into his playbook. And Soin, so far, does not seem to be ready. Alright, here we go. Farseer harass. Maybe he can steal the last hit. That would be good. Oh, Happy gets it with a Coil Nova. Oh, might be forced to TP out. Oh, Chain Lightning! Oof. Close. Alright, he forces the TP. Takes out a ghoul. That was decent. And we got an expansion coming again. These expos haven't really worked out so far. And Soin is again gonna go for the Zeppelin. You know what? I don't mind this. He has to buy time. The expansion is the only way he has a chance of winning this game.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this is gonna force Happy back. And the experience isn't looking too crazy yet.
Town is under siege.
But man, this TC is creeping slow. Double B series haven't been really too busy here. The resources just simply weren't there. With Soin spending on the Great Hall and the Zeppelin. couldn't produce too quickly. Happy may want to queue a Garg after this to deal with a Zep.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, this is nice. Ensnare, Wolves, takes out a few Acolytes over here. Which was trying to creep in the meantime, finally. Gonna try to deal with this Zeppelin, which is of course quite pesky. He's gonna get close to level 3 from this camp.
The player's forces are under attack.
It's starting to look a bit better for Soin. It's not looking grand, but a bit better. Happy lost quite a bit of mining here, didn't he? Oh, speed scroll escape. That was cool. Is he gonna pick up the item? Yoink. No. Alright, let's take a look at the gold mines. 350 gold plus acolytes lost, so at least 500 gold. Gained, basically, through this harass. Not bad. But the army still doesn't look too formidable here, if you ask me. Happy has the timings down against the Expo perfectly. Once again, hardly anything has been mined from this gold mine. Trying to take out the Haunted. If he can, this would be huge, but there's so many Acolytes here for repair. Don't believe Soin has the damage. Out comes a new statue. Happy could now morph a destroyer here to deal with this harass. Oh, he doesn't have the gold. Oh. This is turning out to be indeed quite painful. Nice micro. With the Raider, Soin is squeezing every ounce of value out of the Zeppelin. He's doing this very well. He's still far behind, but he's doing this very well. Oh, he has to take it back though. Destroyer morph, one Borrow Fate falls, second one as well. Oh, and that's level 4. They're just about to get level 3. There it is. Got a lot of bats in here. Alright, this isn't looking too bad for Soin yet. One of Illusion being used. Happy's new favorite item. The item that won him that sick game against Soin at the DreamHack Global Finals. You guys remember that? On Tidehunters? That was my favorite moment of last year. Warcraft-wise. Oh, the Lich in trouble. Happy might be losing his second hero. He's got a coil in his second. 6 HP. Oh my god. How does it always just barely work out for Happy? Isn't it sick? Last second there with the save. But now the Russian is well and truly out of mana. But he's still kiting. He's still fighting as long as he can. A lot of ghouls have fallen. Also a destroyer, but 2 fiends are left. And the statues. And now the statues on the ground, of course, so strong. The pesky Zeppelin will finally be taken out. And Soin had a decent, kind of decent exchange, but in the end, Happy is the victor, as so often. One Bat Rider is not enough. He needs a double Bat. Detonate, I guess, to pick out these Destros.
The player's forces are under attack.
Happy on his way to take the 3-0 lead. We have something healing at the fountain. Doesn't really matter. Oh, and the bat gets caught. Soin only left with sticks and stones. 24 supply is not enough. Every map here, of course, worth more than $300. And this also is once again add into the ice cream account for Happy. Good stomp. Oh, and one Bat Rider still gets Hooked. It always feels bad. You connect with the bad rider, but then you don't have enough damage to actually kill the destroyers. And now they're just healing. And that is GG. 3-0 lead for Happy. The Russian is back with a vengeance. The last game between the two was in the TP Cup. There, Soin won. Soin, in fact, has been winning a lot against Happy recently, as I pointed out earlier. In the last 4 encounters, Soin got the victory 3 times. But today looks different. All 3 games were pretty one-sided so far, weren't they? So I need to switch something up. It's not working out at the moment. And now we're going back to WO3 Champions servers, where things for Soin are again gonna get more difficult, having to play on higher ping. Yeah, it's back and forth with the servers. We're alternating between NetEase and WO3 Champions. Maybe a new map now. Maybe a different map can work out better for Soin. He has to be more aggressive, though. I'm not saying I have all the answers in this matchup. I certainly don't. But I am very sure that you have to be more aggressive. You can't allow this DK to get level 3 so easily. Otherwise, a bit of time. I want to ask you guys something else outside of Warcraft. So, it is still gaming related, don't worry. I have a lot of friends who are playing Elden Ring right now, and they're loving it. I'm sure a lot of you guys also are playing it. I'm not. I'm not so interested, really. I don't know why. I'm gonna skip that one. Anyways, it has a great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. But yeah, point being, a lot of my friends are really loving this game, and it seems to be a great game by all accounts. But I'm looking forward to a different game this year. So I want to know from you guys, what is the next game that you're looking forward to the most? What's the next video game you guys are looking forward to the most this year? Tiny Tina Wonderlands? Hollow Knight? Tekken 8? Oh shit, is Tekken coming? I used to be a big Tekken fanboy. Diablo 4? Oh yeah, dude, Diablo 4 is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna no-life Diablo so hard. But there's no way Diablo is coming out this year, right? I'm pretty sure Diablo isn't coming out this year. I'd say next year. Next year, probably Diablo 4. Maybe in 2024. 2024 at the latest, probably. I'm kind of surprised none of you guys set the same game that I'm considering. Because for me, it's Breath of the Wild 2. I absolutely loved Breath of the Wild. I think it's one of the best games ever made. So amazing. And I have, because of that game, suddenly become a Zelda fanboy. I never was a big Zelda fanboy. Like, I played Twilight Princess on the GameCube, and I played some Zelda games on the Game Boy, and like the Nintendo DS, maybe. And I always thought they were good, you know? They were beautiful games, cool games, but they didn't blow me away. But Breath of the Wild certainly did. Breath of the Wild was incredible. And now, I have officially joined Zelda fan club. Breath of the Wild was too easy? Yeah, it was very easy. But I mean, almost all single-player games are easy, right? Like, I don't think a single-player game has to be very hard to be entertaining. Oh, did he steal the last hit? Oh, he did! Nice. Big move here by the Farseer. The Witcher, for example, The Witcher 3 was also very easy. Red Dead Redemption was also very easy. But they're still cool games. There we go, gets level 2. This was a big deal, actually. Getting this last hit here was very important. To not fall too far behind in experience. Oh wow, we have a lot of people criticizing Breath of the Wild. Alright, fair enough. I love it, though. I played on Death March. Yeah, I played The Witcher also on Death March. Which is the hardest difficulty. I don't think it's very hard. You can dodge everything pretty easily all the time, in my opinion. The only thing... I don't know if you guys remember this. But there's this one moment where you're on Skellige, which is the islands stuff with the Vikings. And then you have a mission with Yennefer, and you're up on a mountain in like a ship, which is weird. And there's a djinn, which is like a spirit, that you're trying to capture. And that dude one-shots you all the time if you're on Death March. For that one quest, I had to turn down the difficulty. Because I don't know if you can dodge the attack that he does. Maybe you can. I didn't figure out how to do that. Yeah. There I had to lower the difficulty. But I think for the rest, it's still pretty easy on the hardest difficulty. Alright, as you can see here, the DK is not getting level 3. But he is getting somewhat close. I like this early game a lot more for Soin, for sure. Oh, you didn't even make any headhunters. Wait, what?
A player's forces
he made a
under attack.
Okay, I talked too much about video games. I didn't see the build perfectly. When did he make this war mill? Was it at the very start? I'm not sure.
Town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Speaking of games I'm excited for, the new Witcher game, of course, which was announced a few days ago, I think. But that's gonna take a long time, isn't it? It's probably gonna take like at least 5 years until that's finished. Dude, in 5 years, I'm gonna be 36 years old. You guys ever feel like that? Like, oh my god. I'm getting kind of old. I kind of am.
Forces are under attack.
Thank you, Tall Win V, with a 41-month resub. Oh, unfortunate Ensnare loses the first raider with the Coil Nova. The creeps there didn't do him too many favors. Very good scouting by Happy. Again, keeping the ghouls safe in the main. This is the norm with this build. Wait for Frenzy, then go for the attack. And harass in the meantime. And this is why we don't see Headhunters here. If Soin was playing Headhunters, he would be losing them very easily now to Coil Nova. These units here are certainly a bit more sturdy. And I'd be preventing the creep, the red camp. It's a big deal. Lich experience being sacrificed here. But the Lich is decent on low levels. The TC isn't. TC needs level 3 very badly. Running in with a speed scroll, this has to be a TP. Tactical TP used. This was intentional by Happy. Just trying everything to prevent creeping on the TC as much as he can. And to bridge the time until tier 3. Finally, the red camp will go to Soin. He gets the medallion, which is great for the TC.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he's gonna get level 3. Farseer is extremely underleveled, but I think that's okay. Farseer doesn't do much in the late game anyways. My big concern is this. Stronghold. Again, no tier 3 for Soin, and with that he's again on a timer. If this game goes beyond 15 minutes, it's almost impossible to win for the Orc. Unless he gets up an early expansion, but there's no expo coming here. Not the craziest items here for Happy. Ring, talisman, 1 mantle. Especially in Concealed Hill, it can be tough to stack your heroes with damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
Specifically when you don't find a lot of attack. So for TC, the talisman is very good. He does need some tankiness. And again, the expo is being attempted. Happy's gonna scout it right away. He's got the triple hero now. He's got Frenzy and Destroyer form. And now he's ready. Getting the level 3 perfectly in time.
A town is under
What's the item? 1 of Mana Steel. Decent.
A player's forces are under
Happy
attack.
has given up on the Gargs. But Web is also finished. Coil Steel, nicely done, but the TC is 3 already, which is the most important thing. Wands of Illusion being used. Soin getting PTSD from DreamHack Global Finals. And is not going to engage into this fight. This expansion seems very cancelable.
A town is under siege.
The ghouls being sent way into the back, trying to evade the TC. The TC is the only dangerous thing here, the TC with the Stomp, but now he connects decently onto 3 ghouls. The air being Web being taken out quickly, the Wyvern not really a danger. Kodo taken out, Fiend returns. And this is a tier 2 versus a tier 3 army. There is just no chance without tier 3 in these 8-game fights. Soin's builds and timings against this new ghoul build variant from the Undead don't work out. Happy now taking the supply lead with a stronger late game, with the stronger heroes, with a stronger tech. And he's gonna get the cancel. A lot like the 4-0 right now. DK close to 4. Happy kind of close to 3 level ups. I want to see Lin play against this style so bad. Because Lin will have adjustments. Lin will have some answers. Soin is looking a bit uninspired, I gotta say. I mean, this game he changed something. He harassed very early.
The player's forces are under attack.
And I think whatever you do without tier 3, there's no way. Oh my god. 443 levels now on Happy. He has reached maximum power. Not exactly. He can still get stronger, but you guys know what I mean. We do have the cement upgrade, so these burrows will be more sturdy. So he wants to get the Drake. He's got the TP. He's suffering in the meantime. Shop taken out. Burrow to fall as well. What's he gonna get? Robe. Not bad, I guess. When he TP's in, the Dark Ranger's gonna get the perfect silence right away. Potentially. And in the meantime, Happy is setting up the Expo. Everything going according to plan for the Russian.
A town is under siege.
Alright. In we go. One last hurrah. Silence of the TC. Bats trying to connect, getting caught by the web. All of them, in fact, caught. Oh, 2 Kodos actually got off the Devour. Happy there, didn't quite pull them back quickly enough, but does it matter? I'm not so sure. Kodos are out of the fight. Suddenly it's only the heroes left here trying to hold the main for Soin. And Happy, even with the 2 Fiends devoured, still with a dangerous army. Did he lose a destroyer right there? I don't think he did. TC is pretty tanky, but not tanky enough to really take this fight. And that, of course, is the big problem with this tier 2 army. You don't have a healer. No Shadow Hunter. And without the Shadow Hunter, there's no sustain. Which always gives the undead the huge advantage in these fights. Oh! Here's the cloak. That's cute.
Players' forces are under attack.
Happy going up to 2 bases. Something we don't see too often in this matchup, but of course with this huge lead. Happy. He could go for Worms and Necros right now if he wanted to. The early game wasn't so easy for Happy. He didn't get level 3 for free. But he got strong enough. And the game plan worked. He slowed down the opponent's creeping. He didn't allow him to pull ahead in the mid game. Didn't allow him to expand. And then he had the big tier 3 advantage. Alright, Kodos are ready for a new snack.
Town is under siege.
Bats! Alright, gets 1 destroyer. Soin is trying his best. And he's having decent execution. Oh, look at that. He got 2 devours again. But, as I've said before already, even if you can take out some units, there's no way you can ever kill these undead heroes without tier 3. And now Happy's cleaning up. Just ignoring the TC. He's getting stomped quite a bit, but he doesn't care. And this is going to signal the end of map 4. GG. 4-0 lead for Happy. The matchup against Orc has always been Happy's weakness, his kryptonite. You wouldn't think it, seeing the games today. He has improved tremendously, practicing a lot on ladder, playing regularly there, and in tournaments. Against Soin, also, but beyond that also against Focus, against Lin. And specifically this new ghoul build is proving to be very problematic for Soin. He's trying to adjust, but he really hasn't found the answer yet. Now we go back to NetEase, where things for Soin will be better. It's going to be Northern Isles again, and this is where I think Soin's going to have the best chance. This is a very good map for Fasty 800 creeping. You can go to the greens, get level 2 fast, harass early before the DK gets level 3, and then you can follow up with the ghouls, with the headhunters, I mean. And he has to not get surrounded. This was the big mistake earlier, when he got surrounded on the Farseer, and then Happy was, after all, free to take level 3. Alright, we got our players in the lobby and should be ready to start this in a second. Can Soin at least get one map? Maybe two. The best of 6, as you can see, is being fully played out. Every map is worth more than $300. This is honestly really good pay for these players. If they win. So far, Soin hasn't been able to get the dub on a single map. If there is a time to get this win, it's now. We're playing on Netties. It's Northern Isles, which is still Happy's favorite map, but I would definitely say that it's actually pretty good for ORC in this matchup. We'll build again. Happy has certainly found his build. He tried for a long time with Ted Fiends, but it is a lot harder to execute. Seems to be, at least, a lot harder to execute than the ghoul build. And doesn't offer you as many opportunities to get ahead, especially early on. Whoa, is this a Blade Master? Oh, it's time, boys. Oh, damn. Here we go. Some Muro returns. Okay, cool. I'm very interested to see how this is going to shake out now. So, you probably still should be aggressive with the blade, right? Because the undead is going to be creeping faster than you. So going into a creeping phase, a long creeping phase, doesn't seem like it's the right call. But this is kind of new ground. This is new territory. Nobody really plays Blade Master nowadays. It could work. But also, Soin has to, like, wing this one. He has to improvise. He hasn't practiced Blade Master against Undead in a long time. And hasn't practiced Blade Master against ghouls much at all. Okay, cool. The Blade Master, of course, the very opposite of the Farseer. Blade Master, pretty bad in the early game, but very, very, very good in the late game.
The player's forces are under attack.
One of mana ceiling is actually pretty good. Get a bit more mana to get those level 2 coils out. The blade is trying to stack up. Especially on Northern Isles with the marketplace, this Blade Master can be extremely well equipped in the late game. So far, gloves and gauntlets definitely not the best.
A player's forces are under attack.
Neither player has scouted yet, by the way. They don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, Happy is once again pretty predictable. It's like the same basically every map so far. If the blade could steal some last hits here, that would be huge. That would be such a big deal. I like this a lot by Soin. It's important for him to get this last hit, though. Windwalk is about to run out. He needs to get this last hit. And he does. Yeah, he did. Got the item as well. Alright, now Happy knows about the blade. Didn't know until now. Getting the grunts involved here is very dangerous. They could easily get surrounded by the ghouls and skellies. There's a speed scroll, but Soin doesn't want to have to use it. Second grunt joins now. Third grunt coming. Tier 2. About to finish. The Orc tech is a lot faster with this build, which is very good. Happy has to make sure he scouts the merchant. This is something orcs love to creep during the first nighttime, sneakily, and is something that has to be prevented. Because the one Murloc that was killed here, that was stolen by the blade, this camp does not result in level 3. It's a big deal. Oh, Blade might be able to get the last hit. Oh, he does. Oh, he's surrounded though. One of mana stealing. He can't get out. There's no windwalk anymore. The DK is also surrounded. We have illusions as well. Things are getting very chaotic. DK might be forced into the TP. The Blade dropping down. 50 HP, 40, 30. But he survives. Healing up now with the salve. Alright, Soin. We are in business. Oh no, he's going double bestiary again.
Players' forces are under attack.
He could have just gone tier 3. From this was a good position for him. He could have just gone tier 3, Soin. Alright, TC second, double bestiary. So this is gonna be lame style, probably. Or is it? Come the Raiders. Oh, big moment. Someone gets this steal, that's huge. But the coil secures the last hit. Happy gets another ring. Dreadlord would be great here, by the way. Lich second, Dreadlord third. For sleep. If Happy plays a Dreadlord here, by the way, I want at least 2 subs. Boys, okay? Chat, can we make a deal? If he plays a Dreadlord, I would say that's a pretty good call by me. That sounds kind of arrogant. He's shown it before. Dreadlord, very rarely played, but can have a good showing in some scenarios. Someone's trying with the expansion again, but Happy's timing once again right on the money. There's a mana pot in the DK, but this could be a good fight for Soin. We don't have even statues here. Happy perhaps a bit over-aggressive. Next Stomp comes in, Ghoul's getting taken out, but also the expansion is cancelled. That's perhaps the most important thing. Mana running low on both sides. The DK could try to chase for more kills, but Happy, I guess, is satisfied. Took out some units. Is he making more ghouls or fiends? Nothing at the moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
Soin close to level 3 on both heroes. The Lich is extremely underleveled. And now the expansion is coming. Sells the rings. Frenzy. Web. No third hero yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, heal wards. That's amazing for Soin. With this strat, of course, you're severely lacking healing. It's a big help right now, and a very important level 3 for the TC. Pendant of Energy. Happy finds a big item as well. Happy has hardly any items here, by the way. Pendant, Dust, Orb, and Robe. Mantle, I mean, that's it. Okay. I think it's going to be a Dark Ranger. Seems like we're not going to be seeing a Dreadlord here, folks. Yeah, there she is. Definitely the best position that Soin has been in this whole series. Trying to go for the DK right away. The Blade Master has the Invo Potion. Signs of the TC can't use the Stomp right now. Invul has to be committed. The DK is not quite surrounded. The Ghoul was blocking his exit right there. Helping him escape. Invo potion over. Blade Master now in trouble. There is a Nova available. Going for the blade right away. There is a dust still. Coil flies and the blade dies. No healer here. No shadow to save him. One more Raider falls. The statues helping Happy to stay in this fight. And the damage just wasn't quite there for Soin again. With only a tier 2 army, the damage is very limited. And the healing is almost non-existent. The expansion is now almost finished, but this exchange certainly went to Happy. He's going to be able to get the items as well from the shop if he wants. He got the heal scroll. There's a second one in there. Someone is trying to do something here, but he gets silenced from the TC. The heal scroll was committed. The ghouls were healthy. The wyvern are not enough. And they're trickling in one by one. They're just getting webbed. Now the DK is level 4. And the aura is buffing up everything quite tremendously. Lich getting closer to 3 as well. So he wants to try to get the null. This game was looking not bad for him. Not bad. But in the end, it might still go to Happy. Belt of Giant Strength, not the best item, but level 2 for the Dark Ranger certainly is good. And again, the expansion. Just started mining. Hasn't really paid off yet. Couldn't Soin just have gone tier 3? The early game was pretty good. Maybe I'm a bit too stubborn. As you guys can tell, I'm a big fan of tier 3. Maybe I'm viewing this too one-dimensionally. But in this late game, it just seems like there's no chance. It seems with this tier 2 army, there is no chance. Some kills are being found. 2 ghouls taken out here, but again, destroyers can't be killed, heroes can't be killed. Even the statues can't be killed. Because you don't have an orb. Expansion has mined a total of 340 gold. Which is less than it cost. Again, we see Bad Riders trying to deal with Destros. We don't have too many Fiends yet. But he gets the web, so the destroyer survives. Alright, everything on the statue. He is gonna get that one. But it cost quite a bit. Nova hit hard. The next Bad Rider was taken out again. He's always getting a few Devours. Happy is allowing these Devours, which is the tiny mistakes that Happy is making this series. Which is in a bit of trouble there, but had the Invo Potion to survive. There's gonna be another coil soon. He's trying to get the kill with the blade maybe, but this seems to be working out. And the statue. The healer in the middle of everything. Being so tremendously helpful. Frost armor on the Lich. And with that he can kite to the end of days. The one coil that is needed is there in time. The blade almost falling. Windwalk! Not quite used there quickly enough. And that's GG. And the 5-0. For 6. Happy in the top right in the blue. So in bottom left in the yellow. Ghoul build again for Happy, as I pointed out earlier a couple of times. This is a crazy good map for a Ghoul build. It's very easy to creep. You get level 3 super fast. Without really any risk. What's Soin doing this time? The Blade Master looked the most promising. But here it will be a return to Farseer and Headhunters. Oh wait, the overlay's wrong. There we go. So what Soin could do, I guess, is creep this green cam first. And when you're finished creeping, resummon the wolves. And creep this one with wolves and 2 headhunters. Get level 2. While the Farseer is moving across. Looking to harass. That's something Soin has done very little. Do a bit of creeping. Then go harass. And bring the units with you later. And on paper, it seems to me like that could be a good approach. But it's an instant harass, Farseer again. No creeping at the start. Trying to put pressure on the DK right away. He can certainly do some damage here, but it's unlikely that he's going to get any lasted steals or ghoul kills. But it's also important to drain mana out of the DK. Oh, that was close. Coil invested to secure the last hit. Some more damage on the Death Knight. Happy has gotten full experience here so far. Tech will be coming in a moment. Orc tier 2 started a bit faster. And this is looking a lot better. A lot better. I much prefer this one. This aggressive style seems to be working out much, much better against this ghoul build. Wait a minute. Wait. This is new autumn leaves. Oh yeah, we're on Warcraft champions. I thought we were on Eddies. Never mind. What's that wolf doing? Happy did get level 2. And now he's chasing after the headhunters. This one certainly will be going down. But a lot of mana had to be spent by the Russian here.
A player's forces are under attack.
But I would still say this is looking better for Soin than it was before. Some headhunters die, yes, but some should be kept alive. 3 are still breathing. Happy's gonna ignore the Farseer here for now. Trying now to steal items. Double ring, okay. Pretty unlucky for Happy. Doesn't find the damage here that he was looking for. Defending at home only with ghouls. Since there's no chain lightning and no headhunters here, this is not really scary at all. Can do this pretty easily just with the ghouls. And the lumber is sufficient because he has tons of ghouls. Can use some of them to defend pretty easily.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this camp now will not be available to the TC, which also makes creeping for the second hero harder. You could creep the green, of course, but that's not very rewarding. And the natural is probably a bit too difficult to creep solo. Maybe. Happy got that last hit as well. And with that is now almost level 3. One ghoul finally almost got taken up, but not quite. Happy sells the rings, gets the staff. Get back home, might just sell the staff right away. Trying to push away the Farseer, he certainly wants to finally get a slaughterhouse. To start production on those statues. Thank you, Tex Master LOL with the 7 months. This is best stream, best weather, best chat. Now the DK's 3 against the Farseer level 1. This was a very smart creep, by the way. This was really, really smart by the DK. Taking that camp away from the TC. cloak. The bad items for Happy continue. But he's got the level 3, and that's what he wants most. Alright, this is a big one. Can he get the cancel on the slaughterhouse? I don't think so. Ooh, Coil Nova hurts. This Farseer is not very tanky. Oh, the Lich almost used the next Nova. That was close. I'll see if the Farseer dies here. This is fine. Oh! The little rat was blocking him. They're just gonna get the kill. But there was a ton of mana used. Only level 1 hero going down. I think that was a decent exchange for Soin. Now he's creeping the natural. He's gonna get level 2. And it's double bestiary again. Regardless of first hero, this has always been the build here for Soin.
The player's forces are under attack.
But Happy's gonna be firing on all cylinders soon when the tier 3 finishes and the upgrades will be rolling in. Very clean game again by Happy. Even with the pressure he was under, Happy never lost a ghoul, didn't even lose a last hit, and wasn't really slowed down in the tech too much either. And as Soin still doesn't have an expansion here, it's once again starting to look scary. Without tier 3, Soin will fall further and further behind the longer that this game goes. And picks up the orb. He's got Destroyer and Frenzy coming. Ready to pick up a Dark Ranger as well. Maybe even ready to creepjack. Big item right here. It's held by the Warlord. Both would love to get this consumable. Happy's pulling back the ghouls. Doesn't want to expose them to the big storm. The TC is, after all, level 3. Which was very much needed. Thinking about a Dark Ranger. Oh! Almost hired straight into a surround. But she's protected by the Frost Armor, by the DK who's ready and waiting. And Happy's zoning away with very good positioning his opponent. Secures the last hit. Book of the Dead is actually really good. There's no Dispel in this Orc army. The book gets summoned. This is going to soak up a lot of damage and do a bit of damage in return. Web was already finished. The first Wyvern has been caught, stomped, and Devour. Follow-up. That might be the Observer. Whoops. Beb's out. Oh, there we go. Praise be to Fluxu and the reconnect feature once again. DC silenced again. The next Wyvern was taken out. These Wyvern are looking less and less impressive if you ask me. And now the Undead Tri-Hero is still large and in charge. The DK got level 4. With this Ring of Regen, he's unkillable. And what does Soin have to show for it? No Expo, no tier 3.
The player's forces are under attack.
No hope. And you're gonna get 2 more level ups right here. This could be it. This could be a clean 6-0 for Happy against Soin today. In one hell of a revenge match. In the matchup that always used to be his big weakness. He may have finally overcome his one flaw, his one weakness. Play today against Soin is looking impeccable. The Korean is trying his best. But with only a tier 2 army, you really don't have too many tools. The Undead can outplay you in so many different ways. 10 ways to Sunday. Isn't that what they say? Buster has to run. He's still got the TP. Dakota Beast this time doesn't get off the Devour. The level 2 Unholy Aura so strong right here. The TC, he himself is not level 4 yet. Oh. Happy almost showed mercy, but no. No mercy for the Kodo. The big beast is broken. And we once again have a gigantic lead for Happy. Without an expansion and without tier 3, this seems utterly impossible. But Soin is still looking for a way to come back into this game. If Happy makes a big mistake, maybe there might be something possible, but even then it's hard to imagine.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, great start to the fight for Soin. He caught a Fiend off guard. It's a bit of a creepjack over here. And there's no statue at the moment. Kodo comes in, gets at the Devour. Beautiful stomp. Happy didn't try to dodge that one at all. But the heroes once again are just standing here and delivering. One shot after the next, finding more and more kills. Destroyer morphed and snare on the Fiend instead. And we'll be able to take out that one. That was again a pricey exchange for Soin. The Orc now down to only 34 supply. And yeah, sure, Happy loses a few units here and there. But he's still always got the heroes. And he's always got fresh statues coming in for recovery. Kissed us level 5. Jeez Louise! Happy aware of how much of a lead he has. Going for the expansion again, because why not? Crystal Ball. Pretty bad items for Happy today, by the way. I know we saw like some big mana pots and stuff, but in general, items have been rather weak on Happy's side. So I'm experiencing a spike again here. Unfortunately, of course, between the two players, it's hard to find a very good host. Seems like a clean sweep today for Happy. 6-0. I think this is the first 6-0 for him, isn't it? In this Show Cup series. Well, against Colorful it was a 6-0 as well, actually. Against Focus it was very close. Against Jamiko it was very close. Against 15 Suede it was very close. But yeah, this is going to be the second 6-0 clean sweep for Happy. Very valuable in this show match series because every map is worth more than $300. And all of that prize money today is going to be going to Happy, who's close to 2 more level ups here. Dark Ranger and DK about to level up. If things weren't bad enough already. A rough day for Soin. Not only did he not have an answer against this new ghoul build, not only did some things go very unfortunate, transpire in an unfortunate way this series, but he also had to deal with a very bad ping oftentimes on WC3 champions with spikes. Not a fun Friday for Soin. We can only hope that tomorrow it's going to be better, the conditions and preparation, because tomorrow they'll face again in another best of 6. Tomorrow, by the way, also, the Experion Craft tournament is going to begin. Neo is going to be in Cologne and is going to be streaming that right after the show cup. Not the most exciting end to the series, I'm afraid. Okay. Well. Soin is still struggling here with the ping. He might actually disconnect. If he disconnects, are we gonna have a regame? Normally, I'm not a big advocate for, you know, calling it quits, but this game is very over. Okay, here we see it. Soin says this ping doesn't seem to be getting better, and he's gonna call GG. He knows, of course, how far behind he was. This game was certainly over. And Happy gets the win today. The big revenge against Soin in what a fashion. With the new ghoul style, Happy looks dominant. 6-0, $1,800 for him. Just for one day's work. And he can go home very satisfied with how he played today.